Hey everybody. As you guys already know, I go by ClassyQueensTarot here on YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, then welcome back. Hey. So I'm going to be doing a video about the next big superstar. Obviously, you guys see the title. It's going to be something a little different on my channel. I'm trying to spice my channel up. I'm going to be doing like mediumship readings, you know, and of course like different artists, as I usually do, different celebrities, what's going on in the world and stuff like that. I'm just trying to switch it up and stuff like that. But I feel like this video is going to be very different because obviously I never made a video like this before. It's about the next big superstar. Who is going to be the next big superstar in the world as far as being a music artist? And I feel like some people already have this type of video on YouTube already, but I wanted to interpretate my psychic abilities and do it my way and see what I pick up on, because I'm a psychic and I'm a medium and I'm a clairaudient for those who don't know. And I do accurate readings, and you guys can check out my little resume. I'm on Etsy. I got 5-star reviews. I'm on other psychic platforms like Kasamba, like King, just in case you guys haven't known or anything like that. You guys can get a reading from me. Just make sure you guys email me. The link will be, well, not the link, the email will be below on my video of this video. And we can discuss pricing. I'm very affordable. I try not to be too high so that way you guys can afford it. But anyway, we're going to step into this video about who is going to be the next big superstar. Obviously, in the past, we had big superstars like Michael Jackson, rest in peace to his soul, Whitney Houston, rest in peace to her soul, Prince, rest in peace to his soul. And now, in this generation, we have big superstars like Beyonce. So, obviously I feel like Beyonce, she is gonna always be big, but we also have to accept the fact that, she's gonna get older and stuff like that. And then of course like new artists is gonna come into the scene, and we're gonna be wondering, who is gonna be the next big superstar that will be like really big, and who's gonna be it. So obviously I pick up on a female. Before I even go into tarot and stuff like that, I pick up on a female who's going to be the next big superstar. Sorry, I got quiet. I'm hearing my ancestors say that it's going to be a female who's going to be the next big thing. Obviously, she's going to be African American, she's gonna have skin like this. I also pick out that she could be like a mixed race too. Like, I don't see her. I'm a clairvoyance, but I can kind of see her, like her skin complexion, but it can also represent her being like a little biracial or something like that. So I feel like she's going to be black, but also, a little mixed race here and there. That's what I pick up on. I feel like she's going to be a pop star, obviously. So I feel like she's going to sing. What else do I pick up on? Spirit. She's going to be beautiful. And obviously, when you're in the music industry or in the entertainment industry, there's a lot of attractive people on the scene. So, usually superstars are, attractive or very beautiful. You gotta have that look to succeed. But also, you gotta have the talent to succeed too, like I said. And also, I'm hearing songwriting, so I feel like she's gonna write her own songs as well. But we're gonna tap into the energy of this big superstar who's gonna be the next big thing. So let's get started. I'm gonna be using my tarot cards right here, and then I got oracle cards. This is called Oracle of the Fairies. I love using this oracle card because it gives you plenty of information, and yeah, you guys will see what I mean when I use it. But anyway, let's get started. Let's begin. So basically, I'm going to get into the energy of the next big superstar. I know I keep saying that over and over and over, but obviously I do not know, like, their names. So I'm going to, refer to them as that. And I'm going to shuffle my cards. So basically, I'm going to ask Spirit, how is this big superstar personality like? So let's begin. How is this next big super pop star personality like? How is this next big superstar personality like, Spirit? I'm hearing funny. I'm hearing this next big superstar personality is going to be very funny. I'm hearing charming. And I'm hearing sweet. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to take out some cards and see what we pick up on. Let's see. See, the sun, and obviously with the sun card can talk about someone who's very happy, and then you can see a woman in this card too. So just like I predicted, I feel like this person is a female, and she's going to be very beautiful, just like I said before, very attractive, and then as you can see in this little note here, it says, give yourself permission to experience joy. So I feel like this next big superstar is going to be very, very joyful, very sweet, very kind-hearted. I hear peace as well. Like, she's going to represent peace. And I feel like with her music, she's going to make everyone happy. And so I'm going to pull out some more cards. Ooh, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this talks about she is going to have everything going for herself, and she's going to be very financially stable. This says pause and savor the results of your success. So obviously this definitely is talking about the next big superstar. They're going to be loaded with money. You see these pentacles growing on the tree. The pentacles in tarot represents money. So, and this girl, she's like relaxing on this little blanket outside. So this next big superstar is going to be very loaded with money, very happy, very successful, and she's just going to be happy, especially with the sun card. And then I'm going to pull out one last card, and then it says good luck charm. Good luck charm just talks about good luck. And then at the bottom it says, if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. So, I wonder what that could mean. Could this mean this next big superstar is like very spiritual and want to cast a little spell on herself to make her very popular? But basically, Spirit is definitely saying that this person is going to be very, very charming. Just like I said, because you see the word charm, and have good luck. So, good luck charm. So, basically, this next big superstar is going to have, good luck on their side and be very lucky to be, well known around the world and be very successful. Like I said plenty of times in the video already, and the video is just starting. So, alright, so that kind of answered my question. It didn't tell me if she was going to be funny, but obviously I feel like with the sun card, usually that makes that represents people being happy. So when people is happy, you know, they laugh, they're joyful and stuff like that. So I feel like that was like a yes confirmation that, you know, she's going to be funny. All right, so the next card that, well, no, the next question that I'm going to ask is the next big superstar, let's see. Is the next big superstar going to win plenty of Grammys, just like Beyonce? This is just a random question, but yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying yes. I heard Spirit saying yes to me. So, is this next big superstar gonna win like plenty of Grammys, just like Beyonce and Michael Jackson? Is this next big superstar gonna win plenty of Grammys, just like Beyonce and Michael Jackson? Let's see. Is this next big superstar gonna win plenty of Grammys, just like Beyonce and Michael Jackson? So let's see what we get here. I'm hearing yes, yes, yes 3 times in my head from Spirit. Alright, so... Alright, I got the 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. The 10 of Cups represents being very happy and fulfilled. And you know, in a regular tarot deck, the 10 of Cups is like a rainbow. And then you see like a family in the picture and stuff like that. So the quote below says, okay, but sometimes it really is all about rainbows and smiles. So basically, this is a yes. She's definitely gonna win. I just said she, like, you guys already know that I said that she's gonna be a female. That slipped right out of my mouth. So obviously it's gonna be a female. And then you do see all these females in the cards too. So it's definitely gonna be a huge female pop star coming onto the scene. So yes, she's gonna win a lot of Grammys, and she's gonna be very happy with the smile and then rainbows, and you know, with the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups represents happiness. And then I'm gonna pull out some more cards. Let's see what I get. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about creativity and doing something that you are very passionate about. So they're gonna give her Grammys because she's gonna be very talented and she's gonna be very creative. And then this quote says, "Don't you see how your passion makes you glow?" So I love this tarot deck, by the way. It's new on Amazon. You can find this tarot deck on Amazon if you guys are wondering. But yeah, she's gonna be very creative and very passionate about what she does, as far as her being, you know, a superstar, her being a songwriter, her being a performer, her singing and stuff like that. So she is gonna win Grammys due to her talent. So I'm gonna pull out one more card. And this says 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles talks about working very hard on your craft. And this says, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come and do all the work for you. So that represents that she is going to be hard at work. And you guys see this woman holding a hammer. And usually when you hold a hammer and, you know, work on stuff, it's like, it'd be like it'll be banging and stuff like that when you like I'm so silly, y'all. When you like work on a hammer and stuff, using it as a tool, basically you working very hard to create what you want and stuff like that. And also 8 of Pentacles can also represent money as well. So just like I said before, she's going to be having a lot of money. She's going to be loaded. Just like I said, I can see the money flowing already. Like I see like an image of money flowing. That's what I see. And this is a woman as well too. So obviously, like I said before, it's gonna be a female that will be the next big superstar. Okay. So let's see, what other questions could I ask? Let's see. Alright, so is this next big superstar, is she going to be is she going to have males flocking to her? Obviously, I say that she's going to be very pretty, so I feel like that's a yes, and I heard Spirit says yes in my head. So, is this next big superstar, is she's going to have males flocking to her? For some reason, I'm thinking of Aaliyah, because Aaliyah had guys flocking to her when, you know, she was still here. You know, R. Kelly, of course, was flocking to her. You know, of course, her boyfriend Damon Dash, and there has been rumors that Jay-Z, he was trying to, you know, be with her and stuff like that at the time. But is the next big superstar, is she going to have male people flocking to her? Spirit, is the next big superstar, is she going to have male people in the industry flocking to her, like flirting with her, trying to date her, trying to be with her? Let's see. Is the next big superstar, is she going to have male people in the music industry flocking to her, flirting with her, trying to date her and be with her? Alright, I'm going to stop right now. Okay, let's see what we get. See, I got the same cards, Ten of Cups. That's crazy. Ten of Cards represents, it can also represent a relationship too, or someone being very happy. That's like a confirmation right there. Let's see. I'm going to pull out another card. Alright, so this says Two of Swords. So, Two of Swords represents like a decision to be made. So, I feel like she is going to be like, she doesn't know where to go with the next big superstar. I feel like she's going to like be like confused and be like, gosh, like who should I choose to be with? Like there's so many men like flocking to me. And you know, you see this girl, she is like blindfolded, or she got sunglasses on, and it says, wake up, what is it that you truly want? So this really makes sense, because she's not going to know what she wants when, you know, she becomes the next big thing, especially with guys flocking to her, wanting to date her and stuff like that. So she's going to be, I'm hearing indecisive. Like she's not going to know who she wants to be with, because there are going to be so many males flocking to her, wanting to be with her. Then I'm going to pull out a last card. Let's see. Judgment. This makes total sense. I feel like she's going to be judging the guy's heart that, you know, wants to be with her. And it says all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So basically, obviously, she is going to be destined to be a big superstar in pop culture. But also, I feel like she's going to be judging, like, who should she be with, or the guys are going to be kind of judging her, like, oh, does she like me? Does she like this type of, I can't even get my words out, y'all, but you guys know what I'm trying to say, like, oh, does she like me? Does she like the type of guy I am? Or, you know, does she want to date me? You know, so I definitely feel like, you know, that's what Spirit is trying to say with this card, with Judgment. And she's going to be judging the guys too. So yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, and I'm going to ask another dating question. Is she going to be dating, well, is she going to be dating a famous person, another famous person, like in the music industry? So is the next big superstar, is she going to be dating the next big person? I said the next big person. That rolled out my mouth. Maybe it's two people that's going to be very big in the music industry. But is the next big superstar, is she going to be dating someone else in the music industry along with her? Kind of like how Beyonce is with Jay-Z. Like, is she going to be dating someone in the music industry as well? Or maybe, you know, in sports, or what else? Actors. Is she going to be dating someone else in the entertainment industry? Is the next big superstar going to be dating someone else in the entertainment industry? I'm hearing yes, but let's see. Okay, so we got the musician. So I feel like the musician talks about like how she has everything going for herself. Um, and on at the bottom of the quote it says you have everything you need to do anything you want, just like how I explained it. She has everything going for herself. Like I said, I feel like this next big superstar, she's gonna be pretty beautiful, she's gonna be very charming, very sweet, very kind, intelligent, and also very talented, know how to write her songs and be a good singer, be a good performer. So that's what the musician talks about. Like you got everything going for yourself. And let's see, let's pull out some more cards. Yeah, like I said, the star. She and I'm hearing Shine Bright Like a Diamond by Rihanna. It says have faith that healing is in the forecast. So I feel like she could be, judging by this card, I feel like she could be going through stuff too. Like, you know, maybe as she's rising up to be a big, huge superstar, she's going to be going through stuff. Like, I feel like she's like, I'm hearing Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here by Drake. Cause and then I see this dirt right here too. You guys see that, or it's like a puddle. I feel like she's gonna be like the type of celebrity that went through a lot of stuff to get to where she is. You know, at the point that she is now when she does become a superstar. Um, so I'm gonna pull out some more cards. Let's see. Yeah, Ten of Swords. I asked the question about is she going to date like someone in the music industry. Basically, what Spirit is saying, I feel like she just been through a lot in her life. So I feel like maybe it's a maybe, but I feel like she's been hurt because Ten of Swords talks about someone being hurt. It says hurt people, and hurt witches hurt witches. This is a witches tarot deck, by the way. Um, that's why, you know, that little quote is there. But I feel like she's going to be kind of hurt to date celebrities, you know, because she's been hurt and she's been through like a lot of stuff growing up to become this big huge superstar that she will be. So I'm gonna pull out just one more card just to see. Let me shuffle one more time. Is the next big superstar, is she gonna date someone in the entertainment industry? Is the next big superstar, is she gonna, I'm here sensitive. I feel like she's gonna be very sensitive too. And I keep getting the image of Aaliyah, so I feel like she's gonna have like a laid back personality as well. Soft spoken, kind of like Janet Jackson and Aaliyah. Let's see. Hold on, guys. My glasses is like slipping off. I'm wearing broken glasses as I do this reading. Alright, this is the Knight of Pentacles. It says, slowly but surely you're going places. So I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles obviously talks about a man, even though you see this woman. I feel like she's going to be dating people, but she's going to take time with them. Like, I feel like she's going to be interested in a guy in the entertainment industry, but like she's going to take her time being with the guy, really getting to know them and stuff like that. And for some reason, I keep seeing the earth. So I feel like she could be an earth sign as well. That's what I'm picking up. We could ask that as the next question, like, will she be an earth sign? Because I keep seeing a globe. And, you know, globe is obviously earth. So, is the next big superstar, what is her sign going to be? Is she going to be an earth sign, Spirit? Is the next big superstar, is she going to be an earth sign, Spirit? Is the next big superstar, is she going to be an earth sign, Spirit? I got other questions that I really want to ask, but I'm going to get through this. Alright, Four of Wands. Alright, I feel like the answer is a yes with this. even though wands represents fire, because you guys see all these candles, so she could either be a earth sign or a fire sign, or like have both in her chart. That's what I'm picking up. And Four of Wands talks about like people will be able to get along with her, because you guys see all these people right here sitting down. Four people. I feel like she will be like very likable. Like she'll be able to hang around anybody and they will get along well with her. I'm gonna pull out three more cards. Let's see what else we can pick up on. Queen of Cups. Okay, and just like I've said before, I feel like she's going to be sensitive, and that's what Queen of Cups represents, a sensitive woman. It says, honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. So I feel like she's going to be a very sensitive type of woman, too. And then, see, with the Four of Cups, try not to be so picky, okay? I feel like she's going to be the kind of person that's kind of picky with her craft. And just like when I say that, I see Beyonce. I feel like she's going to... I saw Beyonce on TV. I feel like she's going to be the type of person to be a perfectionist. And we know that Beyonce, she's an earth sign. So for some reason, I'm feeling like she could be like an earth sign and a fire sign, as well as possibly a water sign as well. I don't see her being an air sign at all. So it's either she's going to be a earth sign, fire sign, or a water sign. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, so all right. So the next question that I want to ask, since we mentioned that Beyonce, she's like the biggest superstar right now, in our generation. So I'm gonna shuffle my cards and ask, how will Beyonce feel about this next big superstar coming up? How will Beyonce feel? Spirit, how will Beyonce feel about this next big superstar coming up? Will she be jealous? Will she be happy for her? How will Beyonce feel about this next big superstar coming up? And then I'm going to ask the same about Rihanna. Because Rihanna, she's kind of like a big superstar too. But I really feel like Beyonce, everyone knows Beyonce in the world. Everyone knows who she is. Especially when you look at her tours, her stadium tours. Alright, so I got the King of Swords. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to read. So it says, we can all learn important things from one another. So I feel like Beyonce and this next big superstar, I feel like they could possibly meet. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like the next big superstar is going to be inspired by Beyonce. That's why she's going to be so big, because she's going to be inspired by the greats like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, and Beyonce. So that's how I'm feeling, and that's what the quote is saying. Like, you can learn, you can learn things from one another. So that's what I'm picking up. So she's going to be inspired by Beyonce. And let's see. Six of Pentacles, every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. So I feel like with this card, it's trying to say, I feel like Beyonce is actually going to be happy for her. I feel like she's going to be cheering the next big superstar on, because the quote says every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. So I feel like Beyonce is going to be proud of this next big superstar. She's going to bless her and, possibly even do a collaboration with her. That could be the next question I ask. Let's see what else. Six of Swords, all aboard, which it's time to write a new chapter. You know what? I feel like when Beyonce retires, she probably might say in an interview, because this talks about like someone leaving. So obviously, I feel like when Beyonce, I don't think Beyonce is going to completely retire, but she's going to like be behind the scenes. So I feel like this represents Beyonce like leaving the music industry behind, but being behind the scenes. I feel like she's going to give the next big superstar the green light to, you know, keep on going, pursuing your dreams. And she's gonna be happy that the next big superstar is inspired by her. And you know, that's how Beyonce is gonna feel. I feel like Beyonce is gonna be like honored and happy that the next big superstar is gonna be inspired by her. And then let's pull out one more card. Hold on. Okay. There we go. It says good luck charm. We saw this card in the beginning of the reading. So it says if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. I don't think Beyonce is going to cast a spell. Everybody is so obsessed with Beyonce casting spells or whatever. I don't think she's going to do that. I think, if anything, she's going to be happy for the next big superstar and, you know, give her the green light to keep on going and, you know, probably share her some advice because King of Swords can talk about communication as well. You see this girl typing on the typewriter thing. So I feel like they're going to have talks and stuff like that. And Beyonce is possibly going to give her advice on how to, you know, succeed in the music industry. So that is what I'm picking up. And then for some reason, Spirit is telling me to pull out one last card about how Beyonce will feel towards the next big superstar. There we go. And I got 6 of Cups. So it says, give yourself the compassion you were never given. So you see this cup handed to this woman right here, or this flower handed to this woman right here. I feel like Beyonce will be given the next big superstar her flowers, like passing down the torch to her. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, I think Beyonce is going to be okay, you know, with the next big superstar. I don't see no ill intentions or her being upset or anything like that. Okay, so we're excuse me. I'm stumbling off my words. I'm always stumbling off my words. Okay, so I want to ask, is Beyonce going to collaborate with the next big superstar? Let's see. Is Beyonce going to collaborate with the next big superstar that comes up? If she's going to collaborate with the next big superstar that makes it onto the scene. Let's see. What does this card say? Ooh. Let me pull out some more cards, y'all. Alright, so the 5 of Wands does talks about conflict. It says a good coven lets every witch have a say. So really 5 of Wands talks about like conflict in the main tarot thing cards. But I feel like how can I say this? Then we got the Page of Pentacles. It says, when life gives you... Oh my gosh, this makes a lot of sense, you know. It says, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And that's what Beyonce last couple albums were. It was called Lemonade. So, you know what? It's possible that she could possibly collaborate with the next big superstar. And then with the Knight of Swords, it says, be ambition, chase your every dream. So you know what? It's possible. I'm gonna just go ahead and say yes. I feel like with the first card, with the 5 of Wands, I feel like she's gonna feel like the next big superstar is her competition. Like, she is gonna like the next big superstar, but I feel like Beyonce is gonna feel like, you know, she's kind of like her next competition that she has to, you know, kind of be like, you know, on her toes or whatever. But I feel like that, I really feel like Beyonce is going to collaborate with her. That's how I'm going to put it. Alright, so, okay. So, I'm going to shuffle, how is Rihanna going to feel towards... How is Rihanna going to feel towards the next big superstar? Then we're going to end it off with an oracle card. How is Rihanna going to feel towards the next big superstar? Oh, the same cards came out again. Kinda. Oh, okay. So I feel like Rihanna is going to say the same thing. Like, chase your dreams of what you want to do with the next big superstar, because that's what it says at the bottom. Be ambitious, chase your every dream. And then with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands says sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. She's gonna feel like the next big superstar has to take some risks. Like, don't, like, try not to be in the safe box, or try not to let the industry be how they want you to be. Like, be your own person. That's how Rihanna's gonna feel, because if you think about it, when Rihanna first came onto the scene, Rihanna, she was like portrayed as this island girl or whatever, this nice island girl. But then when Good Girl Gone Bad came out, that's when, you know, we saw Rihanna's true persona, like how she really is. So that is how Rihanna is gonna feel like towards the next big superstar. Like, she's like, the next big superstar is playing it safe, but she wants her to go outside of the box. So that's how she's gonna feel. And then we got the Ace of Pentacles. It says, wow, what an abundant opportunity. I feel like Rihanna is going to be kind of worried about, like, how the next big superstar money is, because as we already know, Rihanna, she's kind of like a billionaire because she does multiple things, like Fenty Beauty and her lingerie, you know, thing or whatever. So basically, I feel like Rihanna is going to be kind of, I wouldn't say jealous, but worried about, like, how much money the next big superstar is making, because I feel like the next big superstar is going to be having multiple endorsements. They're not just going to be singing, they're going to be acting, they're going to be, you know, doing all types of stuff. So yeah, that is what I'm picking up. That is how Rihanna is going to feel. So I don't want to make this video too long, guys, but I'm going to pull out an oracle card. I'm going to pull out an oracle card, y'all, and see what does Spirit have to say for the next big superstar. So, what does Spirit have to say for the next big superstars? So, let's see. What does what does Spirit have to say for the next big superstar? Then I'm gonna close it out. This card wants to come out. Tree Wisdom. It says, this tree, dry it, will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So, you know what? I feel like the next big superstar might be able to do to make music, like, with an instrument, because this girl is holding a flute, if you see the picture. So I feel like it might not be a flute, it might be something else. So I feel like the next big superstar is going to be able to play a flute or the piano, or, you know, just be very multi-talented. That's what I'm hearing, multi-talented. I'm going to pull out at least 3 more cards. Motivation. Okay. So I feel like this next big superstar is going to be very motivated into being very big. Like, she is going to be very passionate about her craft. It says, when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So I feel like what that is saying is Spirit wants the next big superstar to be completely motivated onto doing what she's passionate about and don't give up. So that is what that card is saying. And then the last card I'm going to pull out, it says inspiration. It says, be prepared as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So I feel like this next big superstar is going to be very inspired by the greats. Like I said, like Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, Beyonce, and probably some other people that I didn't mention as well. So she's going to be very inspired by a lot of music artists. But y'all, I hope that you guys enjoyed my reading of the next big superstar. This was very, very fun to do because this is something very different that I never done before. So hopefully my predictions of the next big superstar comes true and it will align to what I'm saying. I feel like it aligns to what I'm saying because I'm usually accurate when it comes to readings. But if you guys are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please comment. And if you want to book a reading with me, please email me. Or I might have other links that you guys can go to so that way you guys can book a reading right away. It's very cheap and affordable. But I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.